Before the program proceeds, I would briefly like to talk about AICRA and FWC and how these two organizations are working for the youth and with the youth in enhancing their leadership and personal career. AICRA, that is All India Council for Robotics and Automation, is a leading global non-profit organization. The organization is setting the standard for robotics and automation by helping over 35,000 members worldwide to solve technical problems, enhance the leadership skills and personal career. FWC, that is First World Community, on the other hand, is a non-profit organization aimed at connecting people, promoting trade, nurturing entrepreneurs, enhancing education and culture, as well as supporting inclusive growth of the community. FWC is a platform to share knowledge, develop solutions, and enhance trade among all age groups. Having said that, may I please invite to the podium Mr. Vishwanatham Rajendra from FWC for the welcome address.
Wonderful good morning to everybody. Thank you for first of all coming all the way in the Saturday for this event. I would like to welcome Professor Pondicherry, Honorable Vice Chancellor for Pondicherry University. I'd like to invite Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar, founder of First World Community and the man who was behind the sachet revolution of India. All the shampoo that you see today is because of him and his family. I'd like to invite Sri Raj Sharma sir, President for AICRA. So MC, I would like to call it as AICRA. AICRA, the leading organization which is enabling the AI, robotics, and startup entrepreneurship across the Indian ecosystem. While we honor our guests on the stage, I'll hold on for a minute. Thank you. So as mentioned, AICRA works on the enabling the startup ecosystem in the AI and robotics and the information technology. Today, without technology, nothing is possible. Everything is tech, edutech, agri-tech, anything that tech word is being added because that's how scaling can be done. So we have the pleasure of having Raj Sharma sir with us to enable us with the roadshow, the conference coming up in June. We would be happy to hear from you and what impact that it can bring to Pondicherry. Myself, Vishwanathan, I have a IT park in Pondicherry. So our intention is to make Pondicherry an IT location in the entire world map. It is like putting Pondicherry in the IT map of the world. So we are trying to do that. We would welcome you and help you and join with you in making this mission possible. And I'm taking IT as a Pondicherry destination as a campaign, so I'd like to talk to you about that also. I'm very happy to invite my beloved cousin, Mr. Thenamudan Kabilan, the director for the Roadmap IT Solutions, a software company with about 400 employees in Pondicherry. It's the same mission of having employment increased in Pondicherry. The people are working in Pondicherry. It's a very nice, well-known company in Pondicherry. And we'd be listening from him about Mr. Kabilan, his father's business habits, his roadmap as a software, and how did he turned out from a software company, ERP giant, to a tea-time CEO for the tea-time franchise network. I would like to welcome also our beloved Professor Y. Venkatrao sir, the Dean from the Pondicherry University in the Tourism Department. I'd like to invite our student friends and people from the other universities and colleges. We also have 2 colleges joining us in another few minutes from Annamalai University and the Molecular Engineering Department of Entrepreneurship and Incubation Centers, and other friends from the in and around Pondicherry for this. I welcome one and all for the wonderful event and hope you will have a wonderful session coming up. Thank you so much.
Now, may I please request the Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, Professor K. Tharanikasu, to felicitate Ashok Kumar, Raj Sharma, and Mr. Kapilan. I now invite the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, Professor K. Tharanikasu, to deliver his presidential address. Professor Tharanikasu is the VC officiating and the Director of Pondicherry University.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar, founder of First World Community, and Guest of Honor, Sri Raj Sharma, President of AICRA, and Mr. Viswanathan Rajendran, First World Community, and our DSW, Professor Y. Venkat Rao, and all the staff from First World Community and AICRA and India Startup Expo 2024 and Pondicherry University and the students. Good morning, everyone. And instead of Kapilan, I came to know that his son, Mr. Tenamudan, is attending this. He is a joint managing director of Roadmap IT. I welcome him also for this function. See, I understand that today we assembled here to talk about the collaborations and how the technology, whatever we have with First World Community, AICRA, and then India First Startup, all those things, how we can bring the application or bring the benefits to the students, how we can utilize our expertise to benefit the students. All those things, I think it will be discussed today. So, as we know, we are all great separately, but we cannot do everything. No person is perfect, and everybody do not know everything also. So I am basically chemist, but if somebody says to start industry, so I cannot do myself. I have to ask Professor Venkat Rao, is the management person, how to manage this, and of course chemical engineer, then all those financial advisor, all those things we require. It is a combined work. Any work to really do, it is a combined work. So in this way, I met Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar during this my 4-month term, 5-month term, 2-3 times I met him. So that shows that he is very active in acting as a patron and supporting the collaboration, helping the people who can be helped also. Because very rare people we get this intention, because he is already well versed with his wealth, and he can go for another multiple crores. But instead of this, he wants to help the startups, he wants to help the entrepreneurs. That is very rare trait of any person. So that we have to also utilize this for the benefit of the students. So I always say our life starts when we think about others, when we work for others. Because our nature is, we worry always about ourselves. We worry about always about future, about generation, our students, our kids. That is a natural mind or natural thinking of any person. So that is why definitely it should be the case for everyone. When we were young, we worry about ourself. So definitely we should be selfish initially, but at one stage we should become self-centered, but it should not be selfish. But at another stage we have to work for others. That is the if you see, that is the expectation of this earth, the community. At one stage we have to work for others. So in this way, this type of meeting, I think people are here to help the students, and then how to equip themselves. That is the main objective of this type of events. And if you see this, if you majorly see now any collaboration, the academic people have the knowledge. They know what is this, what is not, everything they know. But they cannot do it because they only talk, they only say this is what we have to do. But the industry is the people who are really doing this based on the knowledge. So there is always, even it is not today, even in BC, when the Greek philosophers were there, that time itself there was a complaint against even philosophers. You only talk, when you want to do something, you cannot do. Even the oldest known Greek philosopher, Thales, he was there in 700 BC. To prove himself, he went for the cultivation, and then he proved, yes, I am not only talking, I am doing work also. So this is two distinct. Academia and the industry are two distinct. One is doers, another is thinkers. But both should work each other. Otherwise, the product will not be useful, and it will be the industries will establish a very stable technologies, and they will work for the how much we can earn. That should be there. Otherwise, they cannot survive. But separately, the academia also, they always work for new things. Existing things, they don't worry about existing things. Yes, that's already been done. What is the newer things we can do? So otherwise, anything without new, they will not talk. But in this case, the academicians always think that, so industry people should come to us and seek advice from us. And similarly, I could see in India also, the industry is also expecting same. You are doing many new things, but we have many problem with the existing technology itself. What is your solution for this? You are not working on this. You are keep on doing the newer technologies. So in this scenario only, the academic industry relationship is very important. So entrepreneurs or the patrons like Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar is very important here to bring the academicians and industry together at one place, talk about what are the problems, and tell what is your intelligence or your idea you have, knowledge you have. Let us share the knowledge. And how best we can utilize this knowledge, whatever the academicians have this. So how best we can utilize for the industrial development. So this is very important. It is some countries, it is going on well. But in India, I can say this is very poor understanding between the academic and then the industry. So recently we attended the workshop arranged by the University Grand Commission. There also this problem was discussed, how to bring the more patents and how to bring more changes, how to increase the collaborations. So what are the bottlenecks? So in India, this is one of the main problem we face to bring out any changes. So when it comes to the industry, their survival, they are handling multi-crore business. Their survival is very important, and they will look for the people who can give the immediate solution for this. They cannot wait for even a single day. Every day is very important for them. Whereas for the academicians, the rules, regulations, how to do this, RTI, all those things they are answerable. So because of this, 1 day or 3 months is not very big deal for them. So the industries do not have a patience to wait for the solution for this. So they have no other way to go to some other institutions or some other country to buy the technology and implement it. So if you go to, I was in Korea, my supervisor, my mentor, that professor, he is basically a professor at chemical engineering, and he owns the industry. He is the founder of that industry, and he runs industry simultaneously. Whatever he does in the R&D in his lab, he can directly go and make the product in his own industry. He can sell in the market. He can export. This is the setup they have, but we don't have in India. So we cannot blame academicians also. So they should only do research and file a patent, and then they have to pay for 10 years like this to maintain that patent and wait for somebody to come and buy. They cannot start their own industry. They know what is the importance of their product, but still, if nobody comes, this is called there is no worthwhile in these patents. By that time, now somebody else will also make this similar type of patents. They can buy. This is in some countries they are allowed to start the industries. Interestingly, this point also they discussed in the UGC. Hopefully, government will bring definitely some changes on this. Whether the academicians can start their industry, what are the regulations? Then definitely it will be whether academician can become the entrepreneurs simultaneously. Earlier, students were not allowed to do 2 degrees. Now NEP allows this. Because earlier IQ was very less for the students. Now IQ is very high. So they can do simultaneously, twin degrees. Everything now, based on the expectations, we can do it. Similarly, I hope the governments also, with stringent condition also, not to disturb the academic teaching, they should be allowed to start their own industry also. So this will be very useful if it comes. Even this point was discussed in the recent, around more than 200 vice chancellors were invited to discuss what are the next 15 years, what are the institution development plan you have For this they discussed, and what are the points you have to cover on this. This point also one of the point they discussed. But at present, academician cannot start their industry. Similarly, industry person cannot come and teach also nowadays. That is also not good. And if you go to US, the shifting from academic to industry, industry to academic is very easy. They consider the academic 10-year experience of academic or 10-year in the experience of industry, both are equal. They consider, in fact, industrial experience is high, and if they are coming here and teaching, that will be very good. But whereas our academy, we have to accept this. They are not treating it as equal. Whether you cleared this net, whether you have publications, how many publications, whether these publications are useful or not, they don't see. But you have only experience. How come we know you are going to teach correctly? So those things still, it is in the, these are the bottlenecks for really if you want to go for the make the entrepreneurs. Some may be very good in business, some teachers. Some may be very good in the publishing patents. Some may be very good in the publishing papers. But we should allow, there should be, if somebody wants to start the industry, keeping, continuing as a teacher, what is nothing wrong in it. So these are the, now so far it is not allowed. If I start my own industry, then I will not be allowed to teach. This is, I have to resign my job, go out and start my industry. So these are the some restrictions still, it is a traditional way it is going on. We have to find out the solution. Government will think on those lines to utilize our brain, our intelligence, our knowledge for the development of these industries. And this definitely now at present in India we have to come together, industries come together, and then to start the collaboration with academia. Academia also come out and then go for the collaborations and bring novelty in the market. And also another important point is academicians, they teach, but there are many fields that industrial needs may be different, but they still teach the basics. But the student, once they complete and go to the market, but they see the different scenario in the market. But what the market, they may not worry about basics, but they don't know this also. Then industries, they worry more. There are many industries, they give offer letter, but still they are hesitant to take the students, because that is not, the student is not industry ready. So this is another big issue. So here academicians should not be very rigid. They should visit the industries and see what is the market. In fact, I advise our deans and HODs, if it is industry oriented subject, bring some industry experts also. You have a power to co-opt. Bring some industries also. Ask their problem. What are the problems you face if you hire our students? Bring them now. It is not very difficult. Include our NEP, our curriculum allows this. Bring, and even in fact, we can invite the industries also. Even recently in that meeting, the chairman UGC was telling, introduce the professor of practice, where you don't need any proper selection committees. If you feel that a particular industry person or a particular person, even in the service industry, you can invite, and you can invite them to hire them as professor of practice. There is no need of PhD. there is no need of any educational qualification. So even Kamala Hassan, you may see, he is not even completed his complete school education, but now using professor of practice, you can invite him to teach the acting or whatever the field he can be expert. So this now it is, earlier it is not possible. Even Dr. Abdul Kalam was not allowed to teach in one institution because that time he was not having a doctorate. So now it is not possible. You can invite anybody without seeing qualification. You just allow this. So to invite anybody to teach to our students. Only thing is they have to have their expertise and they have to also spend time. So this is called professor of practice, and this is allowed now. So much changes are being done to take care of the student, to take care of the market, all these things there. But the point I mentioned is the invite industries to design, during the design of curriculum, invite them. This is fastly changing in industries, invite them. Accordingly, you also design the curriculum that will be very useful for the students. They don't need to be trained, and as a result, they no need to waste their money also. So directly, our students should go and start their work in the industries. So like this, our teachers should design a curriculum, and the students should be benefited this. And the industry should also think, yes, if you go to Pondicherry University, the students are very smart. We don't need to give very long training. They will be ready industry. They will be ready very fast. So this is our role, academician's role, to make the industry ready students. So these are some of the points I thought I will share, since it is both academia as well as industries are there. So we should accept what are our limitations and what are the policies we have, and accordingly, instead of blaming the policies, instead of blaming the situations, let us come out with this. We have to break all bottlenecks and make the India proud abroad. Yes, there are so many countries now are viewing us. So how this country is growing? They were expecting us in 1947 itself, when we got the independent, they were expecting us, each language oriented state would become a country definitely within 20 years, 30 years like this. But still, this is one of the very good model for whole world also, how you can survive in this type of multicultural society. The Europeans are inviting the other countries' people to make the multicultural, whereas we have here itself multicultural, multilinguistic, multireligious. Still, it is 75 years has gone. Still, we are working. Any problem in the economic issue comes, then in 2007, economics, India was not affected. So ours is a vibrant economy, vibrant society. So still we have to go long way, even though our the GDP is third or fourth and trying to become third, but still our per capita income is not very good. So we have to work on those. For this, definitely, so we have to think out of box, and then think for the more collaborations, think for the development of the students as well as development of the society. I thank the Dean Student Welfare and First World Community, and then AICRA, and all the people here for inviting me for this function. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, on throwing some light on the nitty-gritties and the relation of academia and industry. May I now invite our chief guest, Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar, the founder of FWC, for the chief guest address.
எல்லா உயிர்களும் இன்புற்று வாழ்க. May all beings be happy. So, at the outset, I welcome all the young participants, vibrant participants who are the future of India. So, I am very proud that India is the youngest country in the world and with a lot of intelligent quotient. So, comparing to other countries, we have a very, the human resources is quite what they call the demographic dividend is very high. And we have come here to how to explore possibility of harnessing those potentials and making India a superpower. Already we are knowledge-wise, India's ancient wisdom is well appreciated and the whole world looks for knowledge. The knowledge, power of knowledge is here in India. But economically, we have to alter some changes. Some alterations have to be done to reach the highest level. And I'm thankful for Professor Pondicherry, Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, for giving an excellent opportunity and a good leadership for Puducherry University. And he has been encouraging students and the academia and industrial relationship, what he was beautifully explaining now. And also we have my good dear friend Rajkumar Sarma, the founder of AICRA from Delhi. He has been more than 7-8 years he has been championing the tech digital literacy for India. The need of the hour is to digitally empower one and all. So what the literacy, what we had learnt has become irrelevant now. So that the modern industry or the modern world is changing and we have to adapt to the changes. So this is what my friend Rajkumar Sarma is preparing for the change, the young India for the change. And I have Tanigai Karasu, we have Kabilan Ten Amudan. I know his father, dear father Kabilan very well, and very much happy to show from a tea time all of you will be familiar with how a technology can help a small tea shop to scale up. So this is he has come here to share his experience. And my dear friend Professor Venkat Rao is full of knowledge on tourism, travel, and he has been a friend, philosopher, guide to many of us. And we have participants from Annamalai University and Professor Arul from the International Department. And we have very eminent personalities coming from different places. So I am honored to share some of my experience and insights with you. I have been asked to talk on the entrepreneur mindset. So what is the mindset? Is it different from all? Can have the students explain what is a startup and what is a normal business? Any of you can attempt. I just want to make it interactive so that you can share an opportunity to share. Anyone can say what is a startup. Startup is an American culture, or recently it has come and everywhere it's a buzzword. And you say I'm a startup, it's a fashion statement. I own a startup. So they proudly say. And what is, anyone can give an example of a startup? Amazon, is it a startup? Netflix? So these are all companies which the bottom line you may be seeing that is not very high, but the net worth, if you see in the market, it is worth billions and billions of dollars. So how this has come? Because it applied the technology. It has the ability to scale. So in my days, that is when I was young, nobody wants or respect a businessman. Businessmen, the government officers are given the kind of pride and respect and honor. If you are a government servant or a diplomat or an IAS officer or a judge, you are very well respected. Today, it is the time of the startups or the entrepreneurs. So they are given the kind of respect, honor. You see the Bill Gates or our Sundar Pichai now is gone and created many entrepreneurs in the tech space. And likewise we have Satya Nadella, who has gone Microsoft. These are all tech companies which phenomenally changed the world, the earning capacity of an individual. Now they call this as baby boomers. So they have enormous capacity to earn money. In my period, so earning about 20 or 30,000 rupees, the highest level a judge can take is about 50,000. But today, a baby boomer, that's about at the age of 20, a young tech or a startup makes billions of dollars. So you cannot imagine the power of technology given to, it's an unlimited, infinite potential and opportunities, and you are all fortunate to be living in this digital revolution. And one thing which I want to share, what it makes an entrepreneur, a startup different, or an entrepreneur mindset is one, if you can address the need of the society, or what the society wants, or what the other person wants, if you are able to address that, then you have a strong business idea. From that business idea, if you have a strong business idea, there are so many people willing to help you. Gone are those days where if you have only money, then you can develop a business. There is a lot of mindset in people. Why don't you become a businessman? He will immediately say, I don't have money, I don't have capital. Today, an idea is the capital. Ideas are the currencies of the 21st century. And once you have an idea, there is the world is coming to you to fund those ideas. The world is coming to support you with the ideas. So one such idea was the sachet idea, driven by my father in the late 70s and the early 80s. We came out with a brilliant concept of the sachet. When a rich man cannot afford, what a rich man can afford, a small, a common man should be able to afford. So that was the vision with which he came out with an innovation of a sachet. When bottle shampoos were expensive, he came out with the 50 paise and 1 rupee concept, which was a boon to a common man. A poor man cannot afford a large size bottle, but he made it affordable to a rickshaw puller, a coolie, and a villager, a farmer. So today the market has expanded to 20,000 crores. When it started, the whole shampoo market was only 5 crores in the early 80s. So that is the kind of explosion. Innovation can happen. So innovation and technology, if it combines, the scale could be unimaginable. So that is what you have seen Google, you have seen the Apple, you have seen so many tech products. Today they are touching in billions, and there is no boundaries. So an Amazon or the cell phone made in China comes here, and it gets online. You can order anything. So you can travel to any part of the world by using the Google or the GPRS. And today, still more, the metaverse has come with your AR, VR. You can just wear it and go to any part of the world. So then another technology is driverless cars. So you can see the world is changing, and every 6 months or every sooner you see the technology changing. So we are living of an era of an absolute disruption. Many innovations are disrupting our life every day, and you have to catch up to you have to be live and alert to those changes, otherwise you will be left behind. So you will see so much of the cell phone has changed the digital revolution. What was the first innovation which touched upon the human race? Anyone can imagine or guess? Electricity. The electricity is the one which has changed the human life. So the next is so many revolutions have come, and you see today the digital revolution. Digital revolution is the one which is driving the world, and the entrepreneur mindset. I would also share it in my Tamil. How many of you can understand Tamil? Can you put up your hands? Okay, I see many hands going up. So, நான் தான் செஞ்சேன் இந்த கவிதையை எழுதினேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. நான் தான் இந்த ஆர்ட்டை நான் வரைஞ்சேன் அப்படின்னு நிறையா சொல்ல கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கிறோம். இந்த நான் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறப்போ அது கூட ஒரு ப்ரைட் அண்ட் ஈகோ வருது. So there is an ego which is coming in, but you are eliminating the major force which has dormant in you, which has made you to create. So when you say இது எப்படி வந்ததுன்னா, இது தானா வந்தது, எனக்கு தானா எழுதின இந்த கவிதையை தானா வருது, இந்த ஸ்கில் எனக்கு I don't understand how it came, but it has come to me. That means you are the non and the ego வந்து போய் அடங்கிடுது, but you are giving the power to the universe, the cosmic energy inside you, what you call the native intelligence or your intuition. Everybody is endowed with the intuitive power. When you was born as a child, you had that intuitive power very high, but as you are growing, that intuition is lost. Somebody wanted to go in the morning, you will, your subconscious mind, you program it, it will alert you to get up before the alarm could go, it will wake you up. So you could train your intuitive power or intuitive mind. That is what you have to do. The entrepreneur mindset is one. You have to connect to the abundance, to the cosmic energy which can guide you at the time of crisis. An entrepreneur is facing lot of uncertainty, unknown factors. He is not sure of what is going to, whether his enterprise is going to succeed or not. He should have that power of the cosmic. Once he aligns himself with the universe and the abundance, ultimately he can see his enterprise or his vision coming true. So this is what I will appeal to all the young minds, to have an entrepreneur mindset. So how many of you know the Zen philosophy? Anyone? Zen tea ceremony, they will keep on pouring tea into a cup. So some of the disciple asked, when the cup is full, why you are pouring? So that is what the Zen philosopher said. You have to empty yourself to receive the abundance. So once you are in that state of mind, they call it also the shunya. What is shunya? Is it powerful or it is just an emptiness or hollowness? Shunya, the whole world is empty. Once you understand the power of emptiness, you will be able to handle all the life issues. The startup or your earning capacity is only a portion of your life. There is a large unexplored areas of your life. You can go into explore yourself and see the world for yourself. You admire the ocean. You see the forest and the birds which is chirping, the sunrise. Appreciate the nature around you. This is not just making money. Money is only a part of your life. You are here to enjoy every moment of your life. Make your life a celebration. Once you are getting aligned with the supernatural power, then everything becomes a celebration. As a child, you are just not bothered about anything. But as you have grown up, you have a lot of stress, you have a lot of anger, everything comes in you. Try to eliminate that, try to align with the nature. That is what once you align with the nature, you can create, you can innovate, you can be a leader. So this is what the space an entrepreneur mindset should we be having. So I don't have time. If you give me time, I will be going on speaking. So thank you for an opportunity for the excellent work done by our team FWC, Vishwa and Satya and everybody has made this event possible along with Pondicherry University. I'm very happy, and the purpose of the aligning is to invite you all to the Startup Mahakumbh. What is Mahakumbh? Kumbh Mela, you would have been the startup for the Kumbh Mela, or the inviting Raj has come here to invite all of you to the startup, one of the Asia's largest ceremony happening for 3 days in June 28, 29 and 30, where you in a startup will have an opportunity to see many innovators, many investors. They may like your idea. You can get one single contact can transform or make your life better, can turn your life. So you will be able to expose yourself to millions of business opportunities, and there are 1 lakh people expected in these 3 days, and 25 countries are going to come, and there will be a lot of mentors, experts in this field. So once you want to become an entrepreneur, you should be in a circle of entrepreneurs. You want to be a billionaire, Not necessary you should be a billionaire. If you have the billionaire mindset and be in the circle of billionaires, and you will one day become a billionaire. So all are not born equally, but when the opportunity comes, even a chai wala can become the prime minister of this country. So that is what you should all aim at. Doesn't matter you have that man is rich, so he is becoming richer. But even a poor man has the ability to scale up. That is what the startup is offering to all. And we all should be united by love, grow in wisdom, and ultimately merge with the universal consciousness, not only helping yourself and help the universe, the friends, and the people around you. Should be happy always and smiling always. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. I would like to now invite Shri Rajkumar Sharma, President of AICRA, who is also the guest of honor today, to address the gathering.
Very good morning, respected Vice Chancellor Saab. Abhi afternoon ho gaya? Okay, we respected Vice Chancellor Saab, Dr. C.K., Professor Venkat Rao, Mr. Tenmugam, Mudal. I'm so sorry for that. Okay, fine. But I understood the meaning of his name, that is honey. And all distinguished guests and future entrepreneurs. When I say future entrepreneurs, how many of you are the future entrepreneurs? Can you raise the hand? Okay, rest will be working for them? Is it? Okay, fine. So this is the question for you. And before I proceed further in explaining about Startup Mahakumbh, we all know, like, our Prime Minister is talking almost in every this kind of conference that we have to touch 5 trillion economy. We have to reach to that level. How is it going to happen? Anybody knows this? Can we start one chai ka thela and become a global leader? Possible? Can we start some general kirana store or some traditional kind of a business what we used to do and doing the same thing, right? What our father and sisters has given, and we are just carrying the legacy. Can we become the global leader and can we touch this 5 trillion economy? Not possible. So how we can be a global leader and how we can touch that economy, or even we can cross 5 trillion? There are companies in the world, the company's worth is 5 trillion. And we as a nation having 140 CR population, and we are unable to do this. So the only thing which can create a difference, that is technology. If we all are involved in technology, not necessarily that you need to learn the coding, we have to adopt the technology. We start using the technology in our processes. That is more important. This is how we can reach to the next level, right? Correct me? Okay. So next thing, one, obviously we understood how this technology can help us. What next thing is required? Just another question. How many of you turned 18 and gave the vote this year? Just raise your hand. Rest are under 18? Backside. Okay, you ever given vote or not? Okay, fine. Next, which is the last movie of Talaiva Rajnikant? Knows? You don't know? Knows? Then raise the hand. You don't know? Fine, I don't know. Okay, who's the famous film star here? Probably Rajnikant, I think so. Is it? Acha, I didn't know. I'm so sorry for that. But you all know about it. Okay, so you are very much aware of it. You know, what is the policy? You probably heard about it. India is thinking about to become a developed country, developed nation by 2047. You heard of it? Okay, how will it happen? You know that policy draft the government is making, sitting in the central government, any of you have ever gone through it? They are writing your future and you are not aware of it. Did you ever explore it on the Google, which is very much available? So just feel somebody is writing your future and you are not even thinking about it. Ideally, you should be part of it. Correct? You should submit suggestion to the government. This is how we are seeing our future. And you please make this policy. This is the kind of support we need. So our future will be like this. So we are aware what is happening in Bollywood, Tollywood or anywhere, but we are not aware how our future will be look like. Because we are not being part of it. So each and everybody has to be part of it. You have to be active. Apart from your regular studies, what other things are you doing? Getting my point? You came here to attend this conference. Just tell me, just because of probably the notification might have been circulated and you came here, did you ask your other friends in your group, something excitement is happening, something related to startup discussion is going to happen here, you please come and join and learn about it? Anybody has done it? I'm really grateful like some of you have done it, because I met one student outside. He was just showing us the path and asked him, are you attending this? He said, no, we are not allowed. I said, don't take it otherwise. I'm just putting my thought. Why not allowed? Probably they are not being informed. Right? So not necessarily the instruction will go from the top to bottom. We are creating a community. It is our responsibility. We are learning here. Probably I can communicate the same message to my friends, colleagues, and they should also be coming. They all should be being part of this community. This is how we can create the difference. It is not the responsibility sitting on the top. It is your responsibility as well. Right? So when we start thinking about startup, these all elements are very, very important. You should start thinking in this direction. We have to make one kind of startup culture. Right? How we will be making the startup culture? You are thinking from your side that you have to become an entrepreneur. Other people also, each and every person sitting in this forum can contribute some or other way. I'll take an example. Suppose some of you might be, some student started something, they might be having some good idea, good concept. Who can be the first customer of the product or services the guy has been developing? Are you getting my point? Usually what happens, if I develop something, I introduce, probably my friend will be feeling more jealous and he can never be my customer. Usually it happens. I can find out customer outside, but my own relative, my own friend never supports me. Happens? So this is the problem. We have to support each and everybody who's at least putting some effort in this direction. Right? So, even you must have heard about Alibaba owner Jack Ma. You all knows about him, right? You know who was his first customer? When the first time he introduced the website, and he was waiting because that time internet was not that much of a speed in China. It took so many hours to loading the next page. The first customer was his own friend sitting in another room. Right? So that he understood the entire process, reaching the customer, he's placing an order, how is it functioning? Right? So this is how we need to support each and everyone. Today I just had a discussion with Mr. Ten Mughal. He's running a company, having 400 people. I would really appreciate if he can help 5 of these students here sitting. Right? They are looking for some entrepreneurship journey to start with. You just support them. Support them what? Take some stake. Upfrontly I am telling him, right? Just take this stake, but give them some idea, some knowledge, some apprenticeship, give them environment. They can come and sit in the office. They can have interaction with each and every department, how the marketing department is functioning, how the commercial department is functioning, how the production department is functioning. Because you might be having one idea in your mind, you might be a good developer, but you don't know entire thing of the, becoming an entrepreneur. This is how he can contribute. I might request to VC Sahab also, such a large acres of, university, some places can be dedicated. What an entrepreneur requires, a single workstation, a laptop, an internet, especially in technology sector, right? Can be done easily. So this is each and every person, your parent, your people sitting here, everybody can be a contributor. Today, world's top 3 leader, I think they are crossing 70s. Biden or Putin, Mr. Modi. So at this age, if they can work like this, the people here sitting here crossing 60, they can also be part of it. Please don't mind, sir. So everybody, we have to build this culture in India. Then only we can expect we can be a developed nation, probably before 47, which is very much possible when each and everybody works in this direction. Agreement or not in agreement? I can't see smile on your face, energy, that requires energy, passion as well, right? So that's very, very important. I'll come down to this point, AICRA, what we are doing it in Startup Mahakumbh. When, like the Dr. CK said, Mahakumbh, when we imagine like Mahakumbh, gathering, huge gathering. So this is not the Mahakumbh of only startup companies. This is the Mahakumbh for each and everybody who is supporting to them, whether it is investors, buyers, startup companies who can probably have solution to these startups. Anybody can come there. You be part of it. Not necessary that, because I know each of you cannot come down to Delhi to attend that event. But we can create an environment, we can be attending this event virtual space. That is possible. Lot many conferences, workshop will happen there. You can attend on the virtual space. Today's technology is advanced, right? Why to waste time, money, energy? You can attend here, but you be part of it. Whatever is happening in this startup community, in technology community, technology space, you should be aware of it. You should start exploring whatever is happening. Then only, because daily you spend more and more time on your screen, but not related to your own field. How would you grow? This is the time when you have to decide your future. So more and more time you have to devote towards the direction which you set for your life. Correct? So in this Startup Mahakumbh, I'll tell you what all things are happening. And you all can be part of it. Again, I'm saying not necessary to come there. So you have to be part of it, and I will be taking commitment from all of you to be part of it. How? First thing, obviously, lot many startups coming there, lot many incubation centers, startup in the university, they're also coming there. They'll be showcasing their product and services. So one large exhibition will happen, and that exhibition at the venue and exhibition on the virtual space, both way it is going to happen. That is the first thing. Second thing, we are organizing a large, first time of its kind, startup dangal. Dangal you mean wrestling, kind of a competition. So we already launched the site called startupdangal.com, and lot many startups, whosoever is participating there, we have set up some parameters like to check the success journey of their startup thing. So on those parameters, top 5 startups of each segment, each industry will be selected. Say like food tech startups, agri-tech startups, or defense tech startups. The top 5 will be selected there. 0 to 10 years of segment, right? And there would be proper stage, and the live telecast will happen, and we will create a season 1, season 2 kind of a thing. So we will learn it from them, okay? So you can also be part of it, you can watch it, you can do this, whatever you guys do, hashtag or something, you must be doing that. How many of you are having Instagram in your mobile? All of you? All of you? Anybody is not having Instagram? Huh? I'm really shocked. There are people who's not having Instagram. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so and if not having, you should be part. Don't spend too much of time in watching silly things, but at least you should be aware whatever good things are happening all around. So this startup dangal is going to happen there. That will be good learning for you. And then after, we would be having lots of workshops there for your entire startup journeys, like what are the compliances for the government to start a company, how you can raise the fund, how different kind of a technology can help you, because you don't have too much of money to spend. So there are so many solutions. For example, today many graphic designers or video editor lost their job because of the AI tools. You know that? So suppose you start a company, you just download one software, make your own video, own creatives. You don't need to have any graphic designer for that. Okay? So all those new technology you can learn then and there itself for the startup thing. Okay? So those sort of workshop will be happening. And then after, we would be having lots of conferences. In conferences, you'll be meeting lots of government authorities, state government authorities, the people from the industries. So they'll be discussing on different topics. If you cannot attend, at least attend on the virtual space, right? So that would be a good insight for you. Then after, we would also be inviting lots of states, stakeholder like ministers or startup mission directors and all. So they'll be talking about their state's development, how they are promoting startup ecosystem, what schemes they are offering, what infrastructure they are offering. So there would be competition among state government, right? They'll be coming, they'll be talking about. So same from the Pondicherry as well, somebody will be representing Pondicherry and they can talk about why people should be coming here, what additional benefit they are giving, all those things. So this is how at the national platform, state will also be highlighted, okay? Then after, we would be inviting lots of unicorns promoter, failed and success both. You can learn it. It has never happened in Indian industry. Usually, we do not appreciate failure, right? But there are chances. Suppose some, for example, can you name any company's topmost unicorn which is recently listed as a failed company? Baizu. Suppose Baizu himself come and he tells you what mistakes he did, which you should not be doing. You can learn it from the mistakes also. Probably it was not his intention, but he commit some mistake and he failed. So you can learn from those incidents as well. You can learn from the success story, learn from the failure story as well. So those unicorns will be there, and we'll be awarding and celebrating the accomplishment of the startups in different categories. Around 40 categories we have. So they'll be there. And lots of additional fun-related activities which will support this whole system. Okay? So I invite to all of you, be there physically, virtually, whatever way you can be. Okay? And second, when we are creating this ecosystem, I want engagement from each and every of you, right? So how can you do this? This site we have launched, startupmahakumbh.co.in. That is one, startupdangal.com. Okay? I want all of you to be just how do you do this hashtag and all? How many of you will be doing this? Come on. So only 2 people will be doing this hashtag startupdangal.com. Is it? So you don't want to become a startup. This is what I'm saying. We are not doing it for ourselves, we are doing it for you. You support to others, they will support to others. This is how this entire ecosystem will be built up. Okay? So can each of you give me a promise? This is a small promise. It will might create a big difference as well. Hashtag startup dangal. How many of you will be doing this? Hand is like this. There are people, either they are not on Instagram or somewhere, or they don't want. Good. So I really appreciate, thanks to all of you. Again, I wish to invite you there, and be part of this community. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you, sir. It was indeed an inspiration to have you here. We have amongst us Mr. Thinamudam Kabilan, who is the son of Mr. Kabilan. And Mr. Kabilan, as we all know, is the CEO of Tea Time, which has over 3,000 outlets worldwide.
Thank you for this opportunity. And So this is my first time speaking in this much big audience. So please forgive me if I'm not following all the decorum here. So respected guest, it was a really inspiring speech, and I myself found many inspirations from this thing. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. So, how did you find our guest speakers? So, did you gather anything? Yes. Anyone like to share anything or something? Come on. Okay. So, thing is, I don't have much time, so I'll get to this. Okay. We have we sustained this much time because we had some core principles that we built our organization. We are not big guys, we are just growing. I would like to share just some insights on that. First thing first, always, if you can't commit to it, you will never get started. You will have amazing, wonderful ideas. It can literally change the world, but you will be not committed to it. You won't feel. You will always feel an initial push. There will be an initial resistance. But if you don't get to it, you will never get started. You will be postponing it tomorrow. Okay, I'll do next week or something like that. So never delay, even if you feel uncomfortable. Especially if you feel uncomfortable, never delay it. Do it then and there, so you can get started. Then to complete it, the one key element is consistency. You can't complete anything you venture upon without consistently doing an hard work to complete that. So even today, my father is actually 63 years old. He works 14 hours daily to manage all the businesses. So I get my inspiration from him, and he taught me everything I know, basically. Whatever you do, get into it. It's easy to get distracted nowadays. Please go. Even if you fail or anything, go on. Keep on trying. Go on. Go to the next step. Ultimately, one day you will definitely succeed. The world will talk about you.